Hi everyone, my name is Jane, and my presentation will discuss the phenomena of lucid dreaming and whether lucid dreaming can be effectively learned or induced. Lucid dreams will fit into the category of cognition and consciousness, and we've already talked a little bit about lucid dreams in class, but I just want to first get into some definitions. And a lucid dream is a state of consciousness in which the person dreaming recognizes that they are dreaming during the dream. So it has two parts. The first of which is lucidity, which is awareness of the dream, and the second is control, which is the ability to exert power over the parameters of the dream. And lucid dreaming occurs during REM sleep, which is a period of sleep characterized by rapid eye movements. And I was interested in studying lucid dreams for my presentation because of the movie Inception. And if you've never watched the movie, you really should, mainly because of Joseph Gordon-Levitt. But it goes into the idea of consciously being able to create and enter dream world, and a lot of other movies also take inspiration from lucid dreams. So did Juice WRLD, who made a song titled Lucid Dream. But now let's get into some studies. So this study was published in Sleep, which is a peer-reviewed journal, and it had a sample size of 6 subjects who claimed to be able to lucid dream more than 3 times per week, and who then attempted to lucid dream in a laboratory setting using pre-sleep autosuggestion and were told to signal when they were having the lucid dream using a sequence of predetermined eye movements. So if we look at the very top graph, when the subjects were awake, they would move their eyes in a certain pattern that would be recorded by the EEG, and you can see the same pattern during the lucid dream that is not visible during normal REM sleep. And the results found that only 3 subjects were able to successfully achieve lucid dreaming, and that was only once over the duration of the whole study. And this brings up the controversy surrounding lucid dream research, as so many participants claim to be able to lucid dream when they are often mistaken. And these studies are often very statistically unreliable, as the sample sizes are incredibly small, and some researchers still believe that lucid dreaming is not a phenomenon. This study was published in Dreaming, which is a peer-reviewed academic journal, and the researchers wanted to investigate which technique was the most effective at inducing lucid dreams. So the first is reality testing, in which you would perform tests multiple times throughout the day to determine whether you were awake or asleep. And there is the mnemonic induction of lucid dream technique, or the MAL technique, in which you would wake up from your dream, recall that dream, and then you would program a command in your brain, such that going along the lines of, the next time I'm dreaming, I'll remember that I'm dreaming. And you would repeat that while visualizing your dream, and hopefully that will be able to induce a lucid dream. And the MAL technique is often combined with the wake back to bed method, in which you can guess that you wake up and go back to bed later. Now, there was a sample size of 169 participants, which is a pretty nice and large sample size, and they were allocated randomly to one of 3 groups: the reality testing only, reality testing with the wake back to bed, or all 3. And the results found that reality testing alone was not effective at all at inducing lucid dreams. In fact, the frequency of lucid dreams went from an 8.1% to 7.6%, and the most statistically significant result came from the combination of all 3, which went from a 9.4% to a 17.4%. And the researchers then determined that a combination of the MAL technique and the wake back to bed method was the best method of inducing a lucid dream. Now, this third study was conducted by Stephen LaBerge, who was actually the creator of the MAL technique, and this study was published in PLOS One, which is a peer-reviewed journal. And the researchers wanted to study the enhancement of cortical activation via acetylcholinesterase inhibition, and that sounds super scientific, but I will explain that. So lucid dreams typically occur during REM sleep, as we discussed before, and REM sleep is regulated by acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter that we learned about in class. However, if you inhibit the enzyme that breaks down acetylcholine with galantamine, which is a drug, you can increase REM sleep activity and the frequency of lucid dreams. So 121 participants randomly were assigned one of 3 doses of galantamine, 0, 4, or 8, and the researchers combined galantamine ingestion with the MAL technique and the wake back to bed method to find that there was a significant increase in reports of lucid dreaming with galantamine compared to the placebo, and it was dose dependent. So the more galantamine that you took, the higher frequency of lucid dreams that the participants would have. And comparing lucid to non-lucid dreams, there were reports of significantly higher vividness, positive emotion for galantamine compared to the placebo. So why do you even care about lucid dreaming? So if you were able to lucid dream, you can attempt the impossible. You can try flying in your dream. You can improve your physical skills through practice in lucid dreaming. you can treat your nightmares and phobias. So let's say that you're dreaming that you're having finals, you're taking some L's, but if you're able to lucid dream, you can transform that nightmare into a night of great sleep where you dream of that you're flying through the sky. So here I just outlined how you can lucid dream. So here is just a little outline of the mouth technique and the wake back to bed method so you can practice this for yourself. Here are some nice citations of the studies that I just talked about. And thank you so much for listening to my TED Talk, and I hope you have a good rest of your night.